Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear Falconians of level 8. Here is your science teacher, Ms. Sayyida Sarish Ehsan, and today we are going to discuss about activity number 11.2, which is given in your activity book, given on page number 157. So it is from chapter number 11, Sound and Hearing, and we are going to do this activity at home. It's a very simple activity, just one rubber band, two pencils, and a book is required all in this activity to solve it, right? They have two parts of this activity, is part number A and another part is part number B, by which in these two parts we are going to make some sound, and we have to notice that what is the pH of sound with different factor, which type of different factors are working on the pH, on the pitch of sound, right? Now let's start the activity. Open page number 157 in your book. It's A part is sound produced by vibrating rubber bands, right? As we all know that it's like a game. We used to pluck the rubber bands and stretch the rubber bands, and we always find that some of the sound is creating when we are doing such kind of activities. So today we are going to do this activity to find out the pitch of the sound, right? Now in part 1, what you have to do, you have to stretch a thin rubber band over the length of the textbook and place two wooden pencils under the rubber band at each end of the book as shown in the diagram below, right? Now in part 2, what you are going to do, plug the rubber band in the middle and listen to the pitch of the sound. What is the pitch of the sound? Means how thick or how thin the sound will be. Then in part 3, move the two pencils closer to each other, then plug the rubber band in the middle again and listen the pitch of the sound again, and is the pitch higher, lower or same as in step 2. You have to tell us what the difference you are going to find on the pitch of the sound when you are going to move these pencils, to change the position of these pencils according to the instructions. You have to write it down over here. Again, question number 4, continue moving the pencils closer together and plucking the rubber band between them each time. Listen to the pitch as the pencil gets closer, right? Continuously you have to change the position of the pencils, means you make the pencils come closer to each other and again plug the rubber band, and then you have to find out the difference between the pitch, whether it is working or not, whether it is affecting on the pitch of the sound or not, right? Does the pitch become higher, lower or remain the same as the pencil get closer and the rubber band between them gets shorter? Or from in part B, from your observation infer the relationship between the pitch of the sound produced by a vibrating rubber band and the length of the rubber band. So what is the difference creating by the differencing between the length of the rubber band, and by changing the position of the pencil you can find. You have to write down in part B over here, right? Okay, let's move towards the next page, that is page number 158. It's question number 5, predict how the pitch of the sound will change if a thick rubber band of the same length is plucked. Now you are going to change the quality of the rubber band, means you are going to use another type of rubber band which should be much more thicker than the previous rubber band, and you have to find out what difference you are going to face while you are using the thick rubber band or thin rubber band on the pitch of the sound. You have to write the prediction, right? In question number 6, stretch a thick rubber band over the book next to the thin rubber band. Make sure that the distance between the two pencils under both rubber bands are the same. Now with the same distance, with the same condition, you just are going to use a thick rubber band along with the thin rubber band, and you have to find out what you have to plug the thin rubber band, then the thick rubber band, and listen to the pitch of the sound produced by both rubber bands, and which rubber band produces a sound with a higher pitch, right? So you have to find out if you are going to change the thickness of the rubber band, will it going to affect on the pitch of the sound? Then in 8 part, from your observation in this activity, suggest two ways by which the pitch of the sound produced by a string instrument such as guitar or violin can be changed, right? Now what we are doing over here, we are just plucking the rubber bands and we are just creating the sounds by this strategy. Same is happening in the guitars or the violins, you may observe, right? So they are saying that okay, what will you are going to suggest the ways by which the pitch of the sound produced by the string instruments such as guitar and violin can be changed, right? As we all know that whenever the guitarist or the people those used to use the violin, play violin, they change the length of the wires which are present on that objects or then instruments which are producing the sound. They normally used to lose those strings, sometimes they used to tight those strings, so all the time they change the quality of the sound by changing the length and the strength of those strings which are present on those instruments. So you have to suggest the two ways how they are going to change the pitch of the sound by the help of those strings which are present on these instruments, right? Now let's move towards the part B, that is sound produced by a bottle of water, right? Now before we produce the sound with the help of the rubber band, pencils and the book, now this time we are going to produce the sound with the help of the bottles full of water. In question number 1, fill a glass bottle or jar 1/4 full with water. Fill the second bottle or jar half full with the water, and the third bottle or jar 3/4 full with water. Means 3 of the bottles are filled with different quantity of water. Then in 2, predict which bottle will produce the highest, medium and lowest pitch sound when tapped at the side by a metal spoon or a wooden mallet. Write your prediction in the table in step 6, right? We have a table in step 6 given on page number 159, right? We have we have a table present in the step number 6 in which we have to write down the predictions and observations whatever we are going to do according these 5 points. So in first point we have filled 3 glass bottles with different quantity of water according to the instructions, and in part 2, in point 2, we are going to use a metal spoon to hit those bottles, and we have to find out in which bottle the pitch of the sound is greater, in which bottle it will be medium, and which bottle it will be the lowest. Now in instruction number 3, use a metal spoon or wooden mallet to tap the side of each bottle and observe the pitch of the sound produced. Record the bottle which produced the highest pitch, medium pitch and the lowest pitch sound in the table in step number 6. Again you are going to write down the prediction, write down the observation whatever you find out when you are hitting these bottles with the metal spoon, right? Now instruction number 4, predict which bottle will produce the highest, medium and the lowest pitch sound when you blow across the top of each bottle. Write your prediction in table number 6. Now again you are going to, first of all you are going to predict about whatever you are going to do, then you are going to observe, right? Again you are going to predict about when you are going to blow air, as it is already shown in the diagram above these bottles of different quantity of water. What will happen, which bottle is going to produce which quantity of sound or which pitch of sound, in which bottle the pitch of sound will be greater, medium or the lowest. Then after in 5th instruction you are going to do this thing and then listen and then write down the observation, right, in table number 6. So 2 of the things which you have to do in this, first of all you are going to predict about the tapping of the bottle with the help of the metal spoon. Then you are going to do this and write down your observation. Then in second part you are going to predict while blowing air across the top of these bottles, and then you are going to do this and write down the observation. This is what you have to do in table number 6 given on page number 159. Now let's move towards the next page. On page number 160 you have to answer these questions as well. It's question number 7. Okay, when you tap at the side of the bottle, what is or are vibrating and producing the sound? Which thing is actually producing the sound when you are tapping on the side of the bottle? When you blow across the top of the bottle, what is or are vibrating and producing the sound? From your observation in this activity, state the relationship between the column of the water and the pitch of the sound produced when the bottle is tapped, and the column of the water and the pitch of the sound produced when you blow across the top of the bottle. So basically you have to find out in this that which quantity of water is producing which quantity of water is producing greater pitch of the sound and which quantity of water is producing lesser pitch of sound, right? Second thing, what is the relationship between the water and the pitch of sound produced when you are going to tap the bottle with the help of a metal spoon and when you are going to blow the air on the top of the bottle? What is the relationship between the quantity of water and the pitch of the sound? You have to write it over here. So these are the 3 questions which you have to answer after performing this all practical of water bottles, and you have to fill this chart as well given on page number 159. This is the activity which you people can do at home very easily, because these all things you can easily find out at home. And when you perform these activities and solve this activity, if you find any difficulty, you may ask me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you, students. Take care.